Hi guys. Gonna share. We're gonna do the things. Oh, here comes Haley. Can you see me?
I can see you, but you're frozen.
I can't see you. Hang on.
Because I'm frozen.
I see you now. Okay.
Alright. New rule. You have to wake up 45 minutes before you go live because it takes you that long to get ready.
Yeah.
I love you, girl, but 30 minutes? Like...
Yeah.
No more napping before live.
I wouldn't have made it. I was so tired. Let's see. All right, we'll share it.
Well, if you guys will make it, then you just need to start napping earlier.
I could have.
Which I know it was hard because, this is technically Chris's first day off since y'all gotten back home.
Yeah. Yeah. He didn't end up getting out of bed till like 3. Something like that.
Yeah.
Nope, that's
I
the
say
wrong
that
thing.
because, I'm sitting here with my feet propped up and I have my phone far away from me. And I'm sitting there and I'm having to touch it to make sure it doesn't go black or anything on me. And I'm about ready to kill you because it just sends my anxiety through the roof. Like we have a set time. I already have to do my calming trips when I go to the doctor because they're never on time. But we can't do this. 30 minutes is no, that's unacceptable. You know how I am about my time. It sends my anxiety through the roof.
I love you.
I love you too, but it don't mean I want my anxiety going through the roof.
I don't want your anxiety going through the roof either.
Well, you don't.
My timely issue is a problem. It always has been. You cannot see our address. Thank you very much. The light is blinding me. Oh man. Okay. Live chat. It always makes me laugh when YouTube lets me spend my coins on myself. Hello, Blazer. Thanks, Pablo. Archer wants you to know that you did a very, very, very good job on your whale shark. He says they're not really this color, but that just makes it unique. And she got the details right. I love that.
Yeah. To be fair, I don't think I actually have a blue that matches a whale shark.
Oh, I don't know.
No, because I say it because I know that. Like, when I make a great white, technically a great white doesn't have a white belly either. But I'm following the pattern, and she uses that color, and I'm like, And then, I went to looking at pictures of whale sharks, and I just couldn't find the right shade of blue, and I was like, it bothered me. But no, that's because of my I need details.
Your what?
The detail. I'm a detail
Oh,
person.
oh yeah.
That's
Same.
why I haven't made certain Pokemon yet out of those bundles because I want the right shade of coloring for them. They have to be right.
Yeah.
That's why I get mad when people make Snorlax in not his correct color. He is a green Pokemon. He is not a blue Pokemon. And if you second guess yourself based on a picture, go watch the show or don't make them.
Right. Hello, Nathaniel.
Hi.
I want to make some rubber duckies out of these since you mentioned it. And they're going to be my bigger ones that I make. But then I actually, every single one of my rubber duckies are stuffed and have eyes in them. They just need sewn shut and beaks. I'm proud of myself. Question is, what book am I going to use? Oh, well, no. This yarn's a little bit bigger, so maybe I will use a 6.5. I know, right? That's so sick.
I'm not giving her any praise tonight. She was 30 minutes late, sending my anxiety through the roof.
I was just giving you ample time to empty your bladder.
No, no, ma'am. Because technically, you text me before 7 saying, getting ready now.
Oh,
Okay?
well, I was.
It should not take you 30 minutes to make a cup of coffee and get your butt back upstairs. No, ma'am. No,
It
ma'am.
doesn't.
You got sidetracked. No, ma'am.
You are correct. I did. It did take me a while to make my coffee, but the pot's brewing really slow. But the kids were playing outside on the trampoline. I go towards the kitchen and the dog is like screeching outside. Open the door, the dog comes running inside with a leash, an actual leash attached to him. And it's like, you guys couldn't let the dog in, for one. He's sitting here screaming. For two, he's got a leash attached to him and no person on the other end of said leash. There's a problem. They have officially ripped the net of the trampoline and broke one of the poles. They were fighting. They were laying on the trampoline trying to kick each other. That's a good time. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, it's just dealing with kids, making the coffee. And as soon as I'm out there trying to make my coffee, Chris has got to come out there and start messing with his fish that he has defrosting in the sink. He's like, get out my way.
That's why we're putting a new rule in place. You have to be up 30 minutes before you go live.
We'll try.
No, no, no. There is no trying. Because no past 7:10 should you be that late, ma'am.
What's with the whole address thing? Is this a new thing?
I don't know.
Like, there's definitely nothing on my screen. This white box that's behind you, is there an address on it?
What, this?
Yeah.
No.
I just see words with it.
It's cups. It's a box from Hobby Lobby.
Okay. Yeah, I don't. It's just spam. That's like, we definitely don't have our address here. Just weirdos. Right, right. And now we have this one person who's gonna put in comments, what, word by word? Cornflakes, hello, hi. I'm amused by that because my, like, shortly after senior year boyfriend, I nicknamed him Cornflake because he didn't have any nicknames. So it was just first thing that came to mind. Thank you, Law, LA. I don't know. Thank you very much, Cornflake. That's right. Please don't spam the chat. Definitely behave. My mods will get you. They are out for blood.
Both are married, stating that now.
Yes. Yes. See. Yes, Alyssa says like and subscribe, guys. Don't forget. 2 super strong mods for sure. You ladies should knit Nike Jordan shoes that you can wear. They would sell like hotcakes. So I don't knit well enough to make slippers with. I don't think Haley knit. I have crocheted a pair of like Converse All-Star slippers once upon a time. Did it for an order. Yes, Cornflake, it was a bit of a warning. Not necessarily towards you or like anyone specific. We've just had a few weirdos already in the chat, and we've only been here for 10 minutes. And I definitely feel like this person who is, they said that I look like Penguin from the Batman. Like, somehow I don't know. I don't think that's a compliment. Lisa, no. Lisa says don't forget to like the live and subscribe to both Kat and Haley. Correct. Definitely do that.
What day are we going, doing the Ohio State Fair meeting? Are we doing it Monday or Tuesday?
I feel like tomorrow.
Doing it on the 8th?
I think so. Was it just asked? Did I miss it?
No, I'm just clarifying. I try and get things ready because I gotta get those adoption things ready.
That's right.
Yep.
Guys, if you didn't know, Rowan spent the afternoon counting change to buy one of Haley's big dinosaurs. He was throwing a damn fit because I don't know how to count change. I don't know what a quarter looks like. I can't do this on my own. You have to help me. And yeah, so then I had to get on the floor and I had to help because, well, he's not even in kindergarten yet. So that was a lot to ask. But he managed to do it.
I was going to say, I hope you didn't make that baby do that by himself. Or make Archer help him either, because that's just a whole other thing.
I didn't make Archer help him, but I told him that he should help. But what ended up happening was he started him out with like 6 stacks of quarters, and then to show him what quarters look like. Right. Mason calls a penny a quarter earlier. Like, Rowan kept calling the quarters pennies. I'm like, no, pennies are brown. And it was really funny watching him stack them and stuff like that. But I'm like, listen, I'll grab the piles out of the bag and I'll separate them and I'll take out all the chains that are not quarters and we'll separate them. Well, then Archer got on a kick of the penny wars at school, right? Which are going to be obsolete here fairly soon, right? Because they're not making pennies anymore. Businesses are having a hard time getting pennies, let alone contributing pennies to the penny war. So Archer has $10 worth of pennies in a Ziploc bag now. So that's what he was doing, is he was getting all of the pennies out of the pile. And then I had a stack of dimes, I had a stack of nickels, and then I gave Rowan all the quarters. So all Rowan had to do was make neat little stacks of quarters and count to 65. Which he can do. So it was a whole thing. Law, you're not getting removed. No worries, no concern. What time is it in America? For me, it is just before 9 p.m.
But needless to say, guys, I already had to replace the great white shark because apparently both of those sold. But now,
Hi, Carla.
hey Carla.
I'm
But
going to call you
now
back.
are you done?
Mm-hmm.
But now I have to make a
I broke her.
no, you done. You're sending my anxiety through the roof, and baby is just pressing like, what is going on? And if you make him cause me pain, I'm coming for vengeance. Just so you know.
I'm sorry.
Just so you know.
I'm sorry.
Because it's right here. I'll finish my thought in a minute. I gotta breathe and get him to move.
Okay. Yes, Alyssa. Michelle would, or blah, blah, blah. You're not Michelle, but you're Brito. Straight up. Yeah, I may have cut Haley off a time or two while talking. Yeah, there, baby. Go push in there. Hi, Natalie. Joshy, I saw you come in. Hi, hello. That is definitely the problem, Lisa.
Okay, we're good now. He quit pushing with his feet. But I think I'm also starting to experience some Braxton hits as well. So I don't know what's he's doing. But what I was saying, y'all, is I need to already make a great white shark, but now I gotta make a whale shark, and I am not making another one of those green dinosaurs. That thing was not my favorite.
Blank says, who are these people? These people are Kat and Haley. I wish that when you go live with another person on YouTube that it would like have your channel name underneath your box.
Yeah. But, guys, if y'all want to know how much sweet snuggles I've went through,
Haley is stashing or busting some stash.
yes, we have one jumbo, another one that just needs to be stuffed. Two, I mean 3, and 4.
Hello, everybody.
And then I also made this one. So I used up this skein and got 2 sets of tentacles out of it.
Nice.
Yep. And then I did end up using most of this yellow yarn. It's the Big Twist Fluff. Um, so thanks, Carla. Carla, you need to go and read, its monthly events. Is that where you put the baby guessing game?
Yes.
We have a thing going. It's a little prize. Someone's going to win a pair of my eyes. Um, and you just guess like what you think the baby's birthday is going to be, the weight, the time, all that kind of stuff. So if you want to participate, more than welcome to. And I am going to be posting pictures of the shower. I just haven't done that yet. Because I'm only going to share certain pictures.
There's a lot
Oh,
of
and
pictures.
also with that same yarn, I made a bee.
Nice.
Yeah.
You'll have to send me the picture that's on your mom's phone of me and you.
Okay.
Because I don't have that one. Hey,
To be fair, I don't have that one either. She has not sent me any pictures.
the blasphemy.
She asked if she could post on Facebook, but then she did. She didn't send me any.
Oh boy.
At least I don't think she did. If she did, she only sent me a handful.
Right. And there were a lot of them.
Yeah.
Carla, I did see your question. We go live every Sunday and Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern time. We're gonna try to fix that. And okay, that being said, I don't know why this is making me think about it. What are we planning to do when you have said baby? Are you like, are we not going live on Sundays anymore for a while?
Yeah, I told you that you would need to pick somebody, or you can do a rotation of people.
That's right.
I
Okay.
know. I know. Probably for at least the first 3 Sundays.
Yeah.
I know that I think Alyssa wanted to go live one Sunday, and I think Lisa did, if I was correct.
Sure.
And I
Well,
think
I'll post that in
maybe
the Discord.
Erin was the other one. I think.
Hello, Lee.
Girls, correct me in the chat if I'm wrong, but I think you were the 3 that would. Okay, so Lisa says she's still down, or that she's down, okay. So that covers 1 week. And y'all can just decide when that time comes. Why would we need the snore? The only time you snore is when you're asleep.
Hello, Dandy.
But I'm also stash busting some parfait chunky, so I took that same pattern and made it like this.
Frito, you need to get your YouTube channel to have enough subscribers so that you can go live with me.
Yeah, Aaron, I just didn't know when your school ended. So I didn't know. We didn't know when.
Yeah. Well, I hope that everything works itself out, Bama. I totally get it. When I was down visiting Haley, like I didn't do YouTube. So Erin says she's done June 23rd. Whoop whoop. Okay. I want to catch up on these real quick. William asked in the Cherokee language, Asayo is hello. I know I'm not saying that right, and I'm so sorry. Chef Omar, what's up? Lisa, I'm seeing that you had to print a shipping label or you would have been here on time. I was 30 minutes late. I think you're good.
Kat, hold on before you start reading, before it disappears. Carla asked when my due date was. Do you have that pinned in that post?
I do.
Okay, did you have the way I already told you?
No.
Okay, I will go update that right now, Carla. So just be on the lookout.
See.
I'm gonna go respond to Kat's message.
But I'm
So
gonna
it's all
pin it.
right there.
Okay. No. Erin's not pregnant too. Erin is engaged though. So there's that. She got her engagement photos back today. No, as far as I know, no other pregnancies at the moment.
Oh, and Kat, I had to make a little slight error. You said he's measuring 2 weeks ahead. That's just his belly. That's not the rest of him. Everything else is on point. His
Okay.
belly is just big. You
Okay.
don't take it right. So I'm
Apparently
gonna
not.
fix it. Because like I'm looking at some of these things and I'm like, that's not right. That's not what I told her.
I was paraphrasing. Yes, everybody go subscribe to Brito. I need Brito to have 50 subs. I need it. W12 app, blah, blah, blah. I don't know anything about knitting. I didn't know some things are too difficult. I mean, it's the same as any craft or skill that you do. There are different levels of what you know. So like you can crochet and only know how to do a chain. You can crochet and only know how to do things in a circle. And you could crochet and only know how to do things in a flat, straight lines. With knitting, it's very similar. There's lots of different things. I am very, very, very beginner knitter. William says, like done. That reminds me, don't forget to like the live, guys. Not even close. She just looks like a nice lady. That's probably to do with the penguin comment. William says, greetings from Colorado. Well, if you're still here, the difference between knitting and crocheting is crochet uses one hook and knitting uses two needles. So what you typically see in shows where they're using both their hands to make things like that, little grannies who make things, that's stereotypical really, but that is knitting and crochet is with one hook. Cornflake says it's 3 a.m. here. School starts at 6 a.m. Gross. Our schools are done for the summer right now, except for Aaron's. Probably more, but still. Lisa, you answered that question. Thank you. Let's see what happened. I think Haley just fixed it, guys.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
So, and I'm writing them down actually on a piece of paper because there are quite a few of you that have chose the same day. So, like right now, June 22nd is a very popular day. But, Carla, if you go and read my message, it tells you when his due date is, how much he's weighing. I don't know his measurements. They have not told me, and I'm not asking either. That's going to be a surprise. I did put the day that I will get induced if we go past due date, like how far I'm willing to go.
Mm-hmm.
So that is all in there in a separate message. So Kat can go and pin that message if she wants to.
I
So that
will. I'll
way,
replace it with mine.
so that way it doesn't get too lost, and then that way, you know. And also, y'all, if I'm still pregnant when the day is that you've already chosen and you would like to edit it and pick a new date, you're more than welcome to. It's the one who's going to have. So it's a few things where I'm looking for date, how much he's weighing, how much is he going to be like lengthwise, uh, what time of day, how long is labor going to be. So make sure you have all of those things. Aaron, you need to go check yours because I think you're missing either the weight or the length. You're missing something.
It is worth noting, if you didn't already know, Haley is slightly taller than me, and her husband is like probably close to 6 feet. So he's
Yeah.
tall. So that should give you a little bit of a guessing with the length as well. Neither of them are large individuals. Haley, especially, is a very on the thin side of average lady, and chances are that baby's not going to get super chunky. So,
We'll see.
yeah.
I know I've said this several times throughout, but I will go ahead and mention I was an 8-pound baby and Cody was like a 6.5-pound baby. So we're already at 6 pounds 2 ounces when they checked on sonogram.
Mm-hmm.
And that was 3 weeks ago. If that helps. And typically what the doctor told me now, this is what they told me. I don't know if I believe this or not, as hungry as I've been today. The baby typically only gains about a pound to 2 pounds more once you get into that last few weeks.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind when you're guessing weight. Like I said, any information I share with y'all, if y'all want to go and edit yours, that's fine. I'll fix it on my little sheet. Because this is the sheet, like, that I'm going to have in the hospital. And I'm going to tell, like, Cody, be like, okay, so give me my list so I can see who got it. Because I may not have good internet in the hospital to be able to check it on
Mm-hmm.
Discord.
This is funny. It's like fantasy football, but for the baby. Yeah, I don't remember if it's the last 2 weeks or if it's the last 4. I remember them telling me that once they get towards the end there, they gain about a pound a week, and that when they do give you the estimates on the weight, that they can be off, under, or over by a pound. So, when they tell you 6 pounds, 2 ounces, it could be 5 pounds, 2 ounces, it could be 7 pounds, 2 ounces. It's a guess.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but that's just some things with that. I just wanted to tell Carla in case she wanted to join in on the fun.
Mhm.
Now I gotta go pee.
Yes, it's like fantasy football, but for the baby. Alright, catching up a little more. Lisa apparently has a mini yarn haul. Woo woo! Yeah, me getting in trouble. That never happened. Alyssa, I think we do need a virtual spray bottle. Lisa's feeding the stash, right? Lisa needs more storage for her yarn. Maybe anybody who has some like extra wooden crates could just send it to her, put up on the yarn wall there. Woo! Good job, Alyssa. Good job. Hi, Gary. Lee says Christian is back. I don't know who that is. Andy crochets too. Yay. Just a reminder, go subscribe to Burrito so that way she can go live with us. All right, so we have Lisa, Erin, and Alyssa down for going live. Lisa says now it has 2, Burrito. Burrito says, well then, everyone subscribe so we can go live with the understanding that my page will always be non-existent. We can make this work. Yeah. All you need is enough subscribers to be able to go live. Beyond that, I don't care. I hate it when it does that. It like jumps. Lisa, how much inventory do you have now? Lisa's feeding the stash. And is almost out of blanket yarn. Terrible, terrible. Polly Quinn says kisses from Canary Island. Thanks. Burrito, I agree. I keep telling you guys to make a yarn house, not just a yarn room. Alyssa says, I'm watching you girls and the storm chaser who is 1.5 hours away from me. So far, the storms are going around me and no tornado yet. Thank goodness. Burrito says, Lisa, how did you let that happen? LOL didn't have the fun. Burrito says we need to start a GoFundMe for Lisa. A yarn GoFundMe, right? Lisa says, I don't know yet. Hang on. Okay. Oh, man. All right, let me repin this. Okay. My brain read that as I will not pass go after July 2nd.
Girl, ever since you started taking that medicine, you have been off your rocker.
Mhm. Yeah, I feel like it's making me dumb. But I need to give it at least a month to contemplate its full effect because of it being it builds into your system. It's not an immediate thing. Reserve the brain cells for market prep. Yes. I'm trying.
Speaking of market prep, there's a few of you that need to go update your inventory.
What has everybody been making? What has been on the market prep list? Burrito says that's basically most of us. I think she means the fair people, though.
Yeah, because our last meeting inventory check is tomorrow.
It is.
And I say that, guys, because once Kat gets your inventory and starts tagging stuff, we're going to be printing out stuff. And we don't have time to be waiting on people who have got markets late June. I love y'all, but we gotta have we gotta make sure everybody's there.
Yeah. That being said, I do understand that if you do have a market later in June, that inventory number might change. But I would rather it change from most recent update than from prior to. Lisa's at 85.75. Wow, nice job. At this moment, I have $5,094. You can add on to the list. Anybody can add on to the list after tomorrow. But I need to know what your your checkpoint is of your inventory when we do our meeting tomorrow. And we want it done before the meeting tomorrow so that we're not sitting in another 4-hour meeting like we've been doing. Hi, Arlester. Lisa sold 1,270 total with 1,170 profit. Awesome. Good job.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll say just put it in at your prices. We'll worry about pricing later.
Yeah.
That I'm not worried about. So, like, if you know, okay, I've got 10 cat bodies with their tails, all I gotta do is sew it on. Let me add that 10 real quick. Boop, 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 boop.
Mm-hmm.
At your price, whatever you charge, Cat will fix it. That I'm not worried about.
Yeah.
So don't worry about that. Don't worry about, okay, what about Cat's pricing? how much would this be? Wait.
No,
We're,
I need to know, how many snakes do you got? How many cows do you have? How many cats do you have? How many of this? How many of that? Specifically. Not necessarily a rough estimate.
yeah.
It makes a difference, but you just put in the prices for that you charge for them, and then we will change them later if necessary. Awesome. Rita made 32 turtles this weekend.
Yep, just go put in 32 turtles, whatever size they are.
Carla, I'm so glad you
And
found us.
yes. Um, and just put your price in, however much you charge per turtle.
Mm-hmm. But that does bring up the question, Burrito, do you have all of your inventory out of storage? Emma says, how are the boys? The boys are crazy. Just straight up crazy. Lisa says, Haley, I bought yarn to make another Psyduck. As you should. He went so fast.
Yeah.
Frida says, nope, my inventory is in 3 locations right now. Dude. Oh, Carla, we're prepping for the Ohio Fair again this year. Now we know what the hell we're doing. So we're staying on track, trying to stay organized, making sure everything's lining up right, all that fun stuff. Aha, Brito, that's so smart. She took pictures so she knows the total amount.
Good.
Hey, Johnny.
And like
Yeah,
I said, oh, sorry. You froze
I was
for
just
me.
going to say, yep, we're doing it again.
Okay. So, and also, I know that our goal is for you just to hit 5K. So, get your inventory as accurate as it can be, and then, you know, we can always update throughout the month.
Mm-hmm. Carla, we don't do Zoom, but we just hang out in the cafe. So, like, I don't actually have a Zoom account. But like, I see that you're in the cafe right now. That's like, we'll just hop in there and we'll throw an add everyone, and just whoever's available will hop in.
Yeah.
I am not
But
putting hot sauce in my eyeball, thank you.
yes, it has, Bria. The cafe has worked very well.
Yeah. I think, if it gets to a point eventually that we have like a lot of people trying to hang out at once, like, I'll have to find something else out. But the cafe's been working really good for us.
And then at that point, I will probably say this: stupid air conditioner. That we may have to increase depending on how much Zoom is per month.
Yeah.
Just so everybody's aware, because Zoom can get it can get expensive.
Yeah, it can. But we're not there yet. That's the big thing.
Yeah.
Thanks, Lisa.
The cafe
That
will
person's weird.
hold 25, I think. Am I correct?
I think. But once we get over like 15 people, the cafe starts acting weird. Like Discord just doesn't like being overwhelmed. Oh. Lisa also ordered eyes for her $100 toothless since he sold 2. Nice, nice, nice. Erin says, I'm going to bed now because I need to not be tired for work. Good night, everyone. Good night, Erin. That's weird to think, Alyssa. That feels like a lot of people. I have never heard it said like that, Lisa. Lisa says, pinch punch, you owe me a lunch. I've always heard pinch poke, you owe me a Coke. I don't know. I think I'd prefer lunch. Apparently, you said the same thing at the same time. Honk Honk says, yay. I don't know what for, though. Alyssa says, I have the free Zoom account for work since COVID and haven't used for a while. And I have a free Zoom account too, but unless you pay for it, it cuts off the like meetings after an hour. Bama says, remember to be respectful in the live. Remember to like and subscribe and share. Oh, Lisa says that you hid the person at the same time as you. Rita says, Boo Barn. Go get some yarn. Arlester, what are you guys working on? I'm working on a rubber duck.
Working on a shark.
Lisa, I like burritos too. Want to make a demonic priest voodoo doll. I am not looking at bringing that kind of energy into my life. You know, the crazy thing, like, I'm not even a religious person, but you're not going to find me making Baphomet. And I don't even know, like, what Baphomet is all about. I just, like, there's nothing wrong with it. I just don't know if it's going to bring, like, negative things to me. Thanks, Lisa. You have a lot of people for the fair. We narrowed it down. We're doing it differently this year. So we capped it at 7 people, including me. So for this year, it is. I'm just gonna open the file. Me, Haley, Brito, Mandy, Ruby, Kathy, and Maria. And then me, Mandy, and Brito, we're going to be there in person. The 3 of us are going to work it live. We're getting a hotel room this time. And instead of essentially paying a commission, we did it as like a flat price of this is how much everything cost last year, plus some wiggle room just in case fees and stuff change, which is good because some things did change. And then we split it equally between the 7 of us. And right now, granted, I need to update my inventory. Like, I'm no better than anybody else. I need to do it too. Mandy's got a crap ton of inventory. Is Mandy in here? Are you listening? I have a question for you. But the big rule was that, like, you know, you did have to, what was it, 700 or 750? 700, right?
Or what?
The fair.
700.
Okay. Yeah, so the 7 of us each had to put in $700.
Yeah, I think we were right at $5,000 expenses wise. Like,
Roughly.
well, no, we had 4,500 in expenses, and then we tried to have 500 because we didn't know uh square if it was gonna go, how much it was gonna go up. We
Mhm.
know we got the email about it going up. So when me and Kat were trying to decide pricing, we counted that. Um, we I like to have $200 in case anybody needs to get a spare tire, even if it's just a cheap one from Walmart, because
Mhm.
you never know what might happen. And since 3 people were driving, I made sure that we included that.
Mhm.
I mean, if we don't need it, that's fine. But it's there in case an emergency happens.
Yeah, and it worked out because the price of parking went up and the price of each, like, fair pass went up this year. So, and the square fees went up, and then gas is up right now, so we're paying so much more in gas. Um, and there's something else, I can't remember. But either way, so we all paid $700 to do it. And if you're participating, you pay the $700 flat, you get 100% of your sales back after that when it's all said and done. And then you had to be able to buy in with $5,000 worth of inventory. So if you have more inventory than that, that's great. If you don't, it's more for your benefit than it is anything else. Like, having to pay $700 just to participate in a group project, that's a lot of money, like, that's a lot to deal with. And I just wanted to make sure that everybody had enough inventory to start with to actually make good money. I agree, adulting sucks. Alyssa does have a really good memory. Lisa says she has around 250 items on her to-do list. Dude, when's your next event? But I know that Mandy just had a really good market weekend. I don't know if her count in the inventory is up to date from this past weekend or not yet. So she still has more than $10,000 in inventory. She's doing great. I am officially at $5,000 in inventory. Right, Brito? Brito has at least 5,600. Kathy has at least 4,600. Who knows what she's made since the last time. And then I know that she's got markets coming up. Last we knew, Ruby had 5,900. Maria was at 11,000. And we just finished Haley's, and she's now at 78. So, kind of, well,
It's
77.
I was about to say, because like 2 items just sold.
So, yeah, yeah. Yes, Brito, you do. Because you have the bunnies with clothes. You have rattles, Pooh Bear, Drift, flamingos, a crap ton of turtles. a fat pig, big cats, jumbo rats, cows, mini cats, fat chicks, loaf chickens, positive pickles, and possums, all numbered on this list. So if those numbers are currently accurate at your prices, well, no, these are mostly my prices, I think. Then yes, that's where you're at. So we currently have a total inventory of over like $43,000.
Yeah.
So that's fun. Frito sold some. Okay. Yes, update that list, girl. Update that list. I know, we have a lot of inventory for sure. Mostly small and medium items. We have a really good chunk of keychains as well. It's just exciting. The whole thing is exciting. I'm really, really thrilled to be able to do it again. I'm excited to have. I'm so excited to get to hang out with Frito and Mandy for 2 freaking weeks. I'm excited to be able to stay in a comfy hotel room, like right by the fair. I'm just excited for the whole experience again, really. Like, we have a really great group of people. We have a really great system in place this time. Like, I know last year did not go to some people's expectations, but none of us knew what we were doing, so there's really nothing that could have been done. So, like, we have contracts in place this year, so like nobody can dispute what the expectations were from the start. That's right, and we have Lisa as a backup. Lisa, you gotta come hang out with us. Like, even if it's just for a weekend, that'd be so much fun. I want to get somebody remind me at some point. Actually, I'm just gonna put it on this list because I want to get the little, like, the garage shelves, the little plastic ones that you build. I want to get some of those to put behind the booth. So, like, behind the curtain to stack inventory bags a bit better, so that way it's a little easier to restock things.
I wish you would have told me. I would have let you take my black shelf. I took it apart. I had all the pieces. You could have just bagged it up. We would have stuffed it in there somehow.
Next thing inventory you send me.
I ain't shipping all that. Now you've done lost your mind.
I thought I was laughing saying it. Couldn't even say it with a straight face. No, we have 2 of those in, like, not so confusing, in the other house's garage. And then, like, I have one of those black folding shelves I can take. Like, we can definitely, and Brito has foldable shelves. Like, between us, we can definitely figure out how to set up. Like, Lisa says I have foldable shelves as well I can bring down for you to use. See? Another reason to come hang out, Lisa. Hi, Avery. Lisa said she has 13 days till her next market.
Well, on that note, I need to be seeing people in the cafe. I need to see some market prep going on. And for those of you who are not a part of the fair, it is going to be a brief meeting. We are only going to cover the basics of, like, this is final it. Like, okay, Maria, you're going to inventory, add it whatever price you think it needs to be added. Mandy, you're good on inventory, just make sure it's up to date. You just have market. Things like that.
Yeah.
I know Kat may end up taking a few of my duck things to her Jeep Festival. Because,
Mm-hmm.
I made all those duck fluffies. So, that will need to be updated. It's got to be updated anyways because Archer and Rowan went shopping.
I already did it. So it's on there.
Um,
But yeah. So it's very,
so,
very short meeting. We just need to make sure, like, that we need to recheck what our inventory numbers are at tomorrow night. Make sure that, is there anything that we need to fill in? Because, like, we have a list of things that sold really well last year, things that were heavily requested last year that we didn't have. So we're trying to make sure that those heavy requested items are added to our make list so that way we have some of them at least. I didn't realize that this fair in the center of freaking Columbus is so agricultural. I was very surprised by that. So, like, we just didn't have nearly enough farm animals, and they were requested heavy. Like, we didn't have monkeys, we didn't have safari animals in general. Yes, Lisa, you should work on those customs. Frida says penguins. I can't guarantee penguins. See, that's one of the things that we would be checking in on tomorrow is like, okay, you were signed up for penguins. Were you able to get them done? No. Okay. Does anybody want to fill in some penguins? Like, and that's just an example. So that's okay, Rito. If you don't get to it, you don't get to it. As long as somebody can contribute some penguins. You are Lester. We're trying. I'm trying to be more organized, and Haley is definitely like my brain.
I try to do what I can. Sometimes trying to get Kat to work while I'm trying to act as her brain does not always work out for me.
No, it's like trying to give a cat a bath. That was stupid. I'm sorry. What are we crocheting? Avery says. I am crocheting a rubber duck.
A shark. But don't you just love that rubber duck, how that rubber duck's turning out in that yarn?
I would if I had the right stitch count.
Well, that's not the yarn's fault.
I did one too many. I did one too many single crochet or slip stitches. Oh well.
Oh, and y'all, I will be filming the nursery part 2 video. This one will be a little bit longer because I do talk about the pregnancy book. So, like, there are, like, weeks in between. But that's just because, like, I was waiting on my shower. So, like, I was waiting to get everything and for it to at least look like a room before I filmed part 2. So, that should be coming out.
Now, I will
Probably
tell you
sometime
guys,
this week.
there is a big difference from when we went through baby shower stuff in what Haley showed me today. What yarn am I using for the duck? It is that big twist fluff that Haley was talking about earlier. It's so soft. It's
And
like
it makes such cute ducks, I swear.
it does. Like, it's this weird combination of, like, Bernat and velvet yarn. But it's slightly thicker than Bernat, I would say. Like, I'm using a half-size hook bigger.
Mm-hmm.
But Haley got me yellow and black a while ago for bees, and I do like it, but I feel like I just made a big bee out of it, and I don't wanna make small bees out of it, it doesn't feel worth it. So, I figured that I could make some yellow ducks and some black ducks, 'cause I don't have any black ducks.
Did you use all that pink one I gave you?
I didn't, it's up there.
Makes a pink duck.
I might. I might.
And then you need to make a pig.
Ooh. I can do that.
Because I bet that would sell.
Mhm.
Yeah, now it's the same way. Like, I made one of my bigger bees, and then I was like, I don't want to make another bigger bee. So,
Yeah.
I had to go find something to use it for.
Yeah. A pink flamingo, it's not the right shade of pink.
Yeah. Although
We
she does need to make one of her flamingos from her new pattern because it's old, and I don't think she's replaced it yet.
I've not. Every single one of my Gerties and her friends are gone. Except for the Canadian goose, which I was so excited for that one. I was so excited for the goose. And I still have it. Everybody
I
thinks it's a
told
loon.
you. I told you. Sorry, my kid's freezing.
Sorry.
I told you my favorite one was going to sell first. I told you.
It really did. It really did. Yes, Frito, it does add texture. This yarn. And it's so soft. Lisa, why do you hate tapered hooks? Frito says flamingos are one of my best sellers. Are you bringing flamingos, Frito? I did say flamingos. You had 5 of them last check. They're gross. Why are they gross though? Oh my gosh. Danielle says, oh my god, I have people messaging me about plushies. They want me to ship them from the post I made about the convention this weekend. Is Danielle in here or still in here? If so, congratulations.
Yes.
I'm glad, Brito. Bring the flamingos. Lisa says I'm an inline girly. I guess I forgot. This is tapered, right? The clovers. Does anybody remember how I ordered 2 new O-Fire hooks forever ago? If not, I did, because I ordered a wisteria one, right? And I ordered to replace my magnolia one. I still have not got them yet. I want my hook. I know. And they changed how they were making things. Like, they're doing it on a pre-order system now, for the most part. But it's just, I'm a very impatient person, and if I order something, I don't want it to take 2 months plus to get to me.
My polyfill is getting delivered tomorrow.
Ooh. Lisa, I will have to check my emails to see if I got anything recently, like the last couple days. Like I know that I've been seeing on their Instagram and Facebook and stuff that the magnolia hook should be done by the end of June. And last time I ordered multiple hooks together, like I'm pretty sure that it was the first drop of the magnolias. And they didn't ship me my other hooks until the magnolia was ready. So I think that that's what's happening is they're holding my wisteria until magnolia is ready. Ooh, Lisa, that's scary. Was your hook okay? Avery says, to be honest, I have no idea what these fancy crochet hooks are. I just use the metal ones. So this one is a Clover Amour hook out of, well, I don't know how much the Tulip Edamo hooks cost, but from what I've heard from the majority of crocheters who use not standard basic hooks, most people love the rubber grippy, but it's the metal on the Clover, like it's like a brushed nickel or brushed aluminum, something like that, and it glides a lot better on the yarn. It is like it is a tapered style hook, so if you like using baits, this would not be your jam. Lisa says Clover is the most expensive ones you can get at Michael's, I'm pretty sure. Can you get the Tulip Enemos there? But there's like something in my hook here. Anyways, getting somewhere.
No, the body's done. I have all the fins right here. I just can't shut because I'm out of fluff.
That's true. I guess now it's time for the whale shark.
No.
Like,
I can't do that on live. No. I'll miss a stitch.
Right? Carla, I'm so sorry.
Will you read her message? I can't read it right now.
It says in 2 days it'll be a year since her daughter passed.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. But yeah, so this is a Clover hook. This is one of the better, like, regular metal hooks. Tulip Edamo, I've heard great things about. I think that it is also a metal hook with like a rubber handle, or I don't know if it's a rubber handle, but it is like a handle. And I see a lot of people who say great things about the Prim hooks, which are the Prim ones at Hobby Lobby. That's more for Lisa, because she was just talking about them. But I'm pretty sure like they're a fully plastic hook. But the hook that I'm using right now, it's an O-Fire brand hook. So it's a resin crochet hook. It is inline tip. The problem is that they can be kind of, they're pricey for one. They are considered like a luxury hook, but they're one of the cheaper versions of them. There's also furls. I personally don't like the shape of furls. I like the slow tapered shape of the O-Fire. And the smaller of the resin hooks you get, the more fragile that they are, especially if you're a tight crocheter. So, fun fact. Carla said, I guess I have to get started for next year. You know, I crochet like a turtle. It would take me a full year to do that amount. Plus, I'm tired a lot from dialysis. And right now, I don't. And then I have to deal with the loss of my daughter. Well, Carla, you are more than welcome to get started on that. I know that the goal for next year, and we've talked about this a little bit with the group, is this year we have 7 people involved. Next year, I want to drop it even more. I want to go down to 5 people involved, including me. And then each person would have to buy in with what, 7,000?
$1,000
Well, of inventory. I think it was 7,000 in inventory.
and $1,000 in expenses.
Yeah, it would likely cost $1,000 to be able to do it. And the biggest expense of that is, you know, all the fees that you pay to the fair ends up being $1,900 roughly. And then all the expenses that you have to pay towards the hotel room, that was another like $1,900. And then the rest of it is just fees, expenses, stuff like that.
Hi, Josie.
Hi, thanks.
And Alyssa, I did read your comment. Yes, I'm getting tired, but I know that if I go and lay down right now, I'm gonna be up at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Because once like I wake up at 5 or 6, I have a really hard time going back to sleep.
Feel that. Carla says, I want to start my website because I want to purchase a wheelchair truck to be able to drive again on my own. Thank you guys. Listen, that would be so cool, Carla. Well, and I can't remember where in Arizona you live, but one of the girls that hangs out with us here in the lives and is in the Discord is Angel. It's Wild Sunshine Crocheter. She is now living the camper life with her husband and her dogs, and they are staying in Flagstaff. So maybe you guys can connect at some point. Lisa says that the prims are at Michael's. Avery says, I got my hooks at Hobby Lobby, and I think it's called Boy. Or Boyle. Crochet hooks. It's Boy. Boy is the brand. So the Boy hooks, you can get them at Walmart for like way cheaper than at any of the brand stores. Just so that you know that. But if you ever want to try a hook that might be a little bit better for your hands, just going on Amazon and looking for a crochet hook set with the rubber handles will do you a lot of good. Alyssa says, y'all, I have 5 round cow heads marked, but I only have 4 done. Weird brain syndrome. Did you lose a head? That no. Avery says, oh, okay, got mine on a deal for like $5 for 10. Okay, that's a great deal then. Never mind. Melissa says, I counted ahead, I guess. Lisa says, I just chained. 37.5 inches. Holy cow. Gross. I don't miss those days. Evidently, that is not the right hook. Missed the sit again. That's all right. We got this. We got this. Carla says, I'm tired of waiting to do things on everybody else's time. I want to do it on my time. I'll try to see when she comes to the valley. She lives about 2 hours away. Whitney, why are you in the ER? You were fine yesterday when you were at work. Yeah, Carla, I don't know if they're like planning on like driving all around. I just know that so she was in Ohio and they just made it down to Flagstaff and that's where they were headed. Better temperatures there. What are you working on right now, Haley?
I'm gonna make the seahorse from the Cubby Beach Buddy pack.
Okay. Good deal. So, could you send me info on where you got your big rubber duck from?
The pattern?
Mhm.
You want the link?
Mhm.
Okay.
Let's
I
see
can
the
do
thing.
that.
Whitney
I was trying
says,
to like
yeah, the cyst is back and it hurts to move. I thought that they had you on medicine to try to help with that. Carla says sometimes people drive from Flagstaff to Phoenix for things that may not be available there. That's fair. That's fair. Here, while I think about it.
I need to make something to drink.
Okay. Carla meets Angel. You're both in Arizona now. There. And then maybe that can start a conversation between you guys. It's been a while since you've used a 3.5 millimeter hook. I don't want to use a 3.5 millimeter hook. I do not. That's what I have to use if I'm making plushies with not plush yarn. And I don't want to do that. Actually, no, I think the last time that I did that, I probably used a 5 or a 4.5. I'm making a wearable. That's right. I do remember you're making a skirt. Where are you? Oh, I went way too far. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. I was on an antibiotic that didn't work. I think it wasn't the right one. Oh no! No tornado watch, but the storm is moving away, so that's good. Yay! We don't want tornadoes for Alyssa. Lisa, I would never use anything smaller than a 5 for plushies. Right? But, like, if you're making amigurumi with, like, 4-weight yarn, depending on the yarn, you kinda need to. It's not a fun experience, I will say that. It hurts my hands. Carla says that would be great. I made a bluey yesterday for a birthday party. My first time sewing so many pieces together. I didn't know how, but I paid close attention. I'm proud of myself. Good job, Carla. I'm glad that you were able to do it. I know that that was definitely a big, like, hiccup for you before. Lisa says, I tell people I don't do it. LOL, I can. I just don't wanna. That's fair. I need to tell people that more often. Melissa says, my hand hurts with bigger yarn. LOL, I am opposite and weird. Well, no, you have a hand injury and you haven't transitioned to using the bigger yarn like full time. So the more frequently that you use it, it will hurt, but if you space it out enough, you'll adjust. And then it'll hurt if you use thin yarn. Vicky says, I don't really use less than a 5 because of my hands. Right. You're getting cold.
Yeah, I'm sitting beside it, but if I don't have that on, it just gets hot.
Mm-hmm.
And I will go ahead and tell y'all, I am reaching my point to where it's not as comfy to sit here, and I really can't sit in the living room when I go live. So I don't know how much longer I'll be able to go live on Sundays. Because,
And
like,
that's
even, like,
fine.
sitting up in the bed and stuff, like, that's not even comfortable anymore.
No. Well, you just let us know. Like, if we get to next week and it's like, all right, I'm done. I can't. Baby's trying to make an escape at this point. This hurts. Like,
Yeah. Well, I think Cody wants me to quit at 39 weeks.
well, that's
Which,
only
I
the
mean,
week
I
before.
mean, I've only got one more Sunday until then, anyways.
That's
So,
crazy.
yeah. So,
Crazy.
uh,
Hi, Leah.
I keep taking the baby list. So,
Okay. Uh, Lisa said, I can use both. The thinnest I've used is lace weight and the thickest I've used is jumbo. Yeah, same. Carla says, I'm in crochet group now here in Phoenix. People will meet you to help you the basics for amigurumi. That's so good, Carla. I'm so thrilled. I know I've found I don't know when I started with my local crochet group, but I'm in one group that we meet every Thursday at like 1 o'clock. And then recently I found a second one literally across the street just 3 hours earlier. So I go and meet at the one for a couple hours and then go over to the coffee shop and meet with the other one for a couple hours. Aaliyah, the live's been doing pretty good. The very beginning was a little weird. People were starting to get a little strange, but otherwise, it's just us hanging out, and I'm making rubber ducks. Haley has basically made a great white shark. Now she's making a seahorse. And we're catching up with Miss Carla in the chat here. It's been a long time now since we've really gotten to chat. Get in there, dang it. Don't forget to like the live and subscribe to both Haley and Kat. That is correct. I need to do this thing. Yes, the weirdos always populate.
Are you still gonna get off at normal time?
Maybe. I might stay on the other 30 minutes. You don't have to, but.
Well, no, I was just gonna ask, did you want to hop in the cafe if I'm still up to it at that point?
I could do that. I just have to move downstairs.
Ah. Has Chris went to bed?
Mm-mm.
No.
He can wake up till 3, so.
I mean, he's had a hard week.
That's true. That's so true. Everybody give props to my husband. That man drove 15 plus hours straight home from Haley's just to make it to home, to sleep for a few hours, to wake up and watch Rowan's pre-K graduation, to come home and nap for like an hour, and then to go to work for the night. Like, dang. Okay. I know, Carla. I miss everybody too. It helps so much to socialize with people.
Thanks, Lisa.
Yes, thank you. I know. Big ups. Pat's husband. Big props. Probably.
Oh, she's talking about thumbs up.
Maybe. I know. 15 hours was a long ride. Just think, on the way down there, we drove to Nashville and slept for the night. Thumbs up. Yeah, ups, as in props. I never heard it said like that. That's all. Like, we drove to Nashville and slept for the night and then finished out the trip to Haley's. And then when we come home, we literally left Mississippi and drove straight back. Like, the only long stop that we made, like, we stopped in Nashville again. Well, then Yarn Crafts doesn't believe in Scientology. I'm just saying. That's cruel and unusual punishment. But thank you, ladies. But we stopped in Nashville and like walked the strip downtown. Stopped in and ate, like, we just shared a thing of nachos and grabbed some pop. I know, it's like, ugh. But that's just cruel. OBCD stream. I don't know what that means. How's the prep going? The prep is prepping. Since the other night on the on Sarah's live, I finished like all of my little rubber ducks that I want, and then and I didn't really finish them, but I crocheted all the ones that I wanted, and then I stuffed them all. I added eyes to all of them, so they just need sewn shut and beaks. And then I've done one fluffy rubber duck. Now I'm working on a second one. It can get so much worse, right?
Mhm.
Thank you, Lisa. I'm an idiot. Oh man. That's just mean, all right? I know I'm chubby, okay. Okay. Um, Rubber Ducky is by Jackie. Who is this? Micah?
Oh, the weirdos are coming out.
Yeah. Hey, it's just after 10 o'clock. Hi, Andrea. Hello, Hossein. Yes, no politics. Our Lester says, I see we have an Ole Miss fan.
No.
You're looking it.
This is Cody's. It's just the only jacket I had hanging up that I can wear being pregnant.
That's fair.
Mine don't fit anymore. And I'm just too far along to go buy one when I can just throw his on.
That's fair.
No, but I did
Someday,
buy this for Cody, so I am allowed to wear it.
that's true. That's true. Our Lester's in Georgia. Yeah. The person who sent the acronym that it was deleted, it didn't even register. And Lisa texted me and said that it's about obesity. And I'm like, man. Like, I know, okay? I know. I have a thyroid issue.
See, I'm a die-hard like Bama fan. I grew up in the Bear Bryant era of coaching. So football is my thing. And poor Cat, if she's here during football season ever, it has to watch me. She's not allowed to film my reaction.
Nope. Nobody needs to see that side of Haley.
She's kind of caught it in bits and pieces, but I've done told the girls if we're ever in the Discord and football is on, pay me no attention and no recording because that is a side of Haley that doesn't need to be. Yes, roll tide. Yes, roll tide. We are a split household, but that is okay. My one of my favorite uncles is an Ole Miss fan, so now he has somebody that he can relate to in the family. And when I say we're a split family, let me break it down for you. The oldest son is a state fan, like a Mississippi State fan. The youngest is an Ole Miss fan. And then the two in the middle, one's an Alabama fan, one's an Auburn fan. Rivals, like all around. So
Mm.
poor Mama during football season when all of her sons lived at home.
I probably would have just got rid of the TV at that point.
And then poor Pawpaw putting in his 2 cents. Ah, they ain't that good. They ain't that good. And I'm like, oh my word.
Apparently he's a grumpy old man, but he didn't seem all that grumpy at the baby shower. He seemed sweet. Sweet and grandpa like.
He was on his best behavior,
He was.
but he can be grumpy. Like he told Uncle Rick, I don't know what I'm doing for Christmas this year. And Mom all straight up, you know what you're doing for Christmas this year. Because I've already booked them. They always leave at Christmas time to go to Texas, which is fine. They haven't had a reason to stay in Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
But now that they do, I called them when they were in Texas. And I told Mom, I said, Mom, on my own speaker? She says, yes. I said, just FYI, I get Mama and Papa next year at Christmas. You get Thanksgiving.
That's funny.
Well, and that's like what I told them. I said, I don't know how much longer they're going to be here. So, like, the first year, they need to be here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, and I might have another guest, too. And you know who I'm talking about. Uncle Ricky.
Oh, like, do I?
Yep.
I told you, my brain cells, they're missing.
Yep.
Right, Whitney? Just not have a TV anymore. Okay, I'm gonna scroll back in the chat real quick. But Haley, who is your shark pattern by? Do you know?
Jen's Crafty Creations.
Is it JENN or just JEN?
N.
Okay.
Ooh, Lisa, not started at all. You need to get busy.
Thank you. Thank you, Aaliyah. And then the seahorse, that's Crochet Grove, right?
Mm-mm.
Oh, who is that?
The Cozy Stitch.
Oh, that one. Okay.
I've never made it, and I've looked at it several times, and I'm like, I'm gonna make it and just see where we're at.
I'm gonna guess that that's her. Aaliyah she hangs out in Crochet Visions chat. She's been hanging out in our chat in the lives. But no, initially I thought maybe she was from the other Discord, but I think it's just from Crochet Visions chat or other ones that we've seen. Okay. Okay, cool. Nice to meet you. Yes. And her name is Aaliyah. Okay. Oh, okay. I'm sitting here, I'm like trying to find the live subscriber count, and then it wasn't showing me. I'm like, well, what the heck? Alyssa says, okay, it's windy and still warm, but the clouds are so flat. That's weird. Lisa says she's from Crochet Vision. Yep. Whitney, I'm also so tired too. Aaliyah, I'm just a noob here. I don't have a Discord. I'm just in Crochet Vision's chat and Passionate Kelsey's whenever I can. That's probably where we might have seen each other initially, Aaliyah, because I try to hang out in Kelsey's chat when she goes live. Frito, the famous Aaliyah. I watch Sarah all the time. Alyssa says the resident weirdo Canadian here. Aaliyah says, hi, hi. And I'm not a football person, but our Lester said, go dogs. Who is that?
That is Georgia
Oh,
Bulldog.
that we're not even talking about that team. They're not even on the radar.
No, when he first mentioned this, he says I'm a Georgia, and then he come back like 2 comments later and say fan.
Oh.
Then when I started talking about Alabama, someone commented Roll Tide question mark, and I said yes, Roll Tide roll, and then he typed in Go Dogs.
Okay, I missed that. Part of it is, so I opened up the video editor thingy to make sure to tag you in the thingy. Oh, Carla, I think I already did, or I only did Palm Street like twice. It's just not my thing. It's not. I don't know. But when I come back to the video, it bumped it back to top chat instead of live chat. So I was like, the thingy and the thingy.
Yes. And Aaliyah, I will say this. If you were a true Alabama fan, the only game that matters is the one in Tuscaloosa between the Tigers and the Elephants. That's the only one that matters. And there's 2 Tigers we face off of. It's LSU and Auburn. Those are our only 2 like major rivals. And LSU's only our rival because we stole Nick Saban apparently. No, LSU didn't want to put out the money. Alabama was willing to put out the money to get Nick Saban. So that's how we ended up with him. But y'all, that's enough football chat because that can get very heated, and I am not the person who needs to be talking about that on live.
No. Going into labor on live is against the rules, okay? Hi, John.
Hello.
Haley loves her football. That's right. That's another rubber ducky.
And like I said, true Alabama fans, they're Bear Bryant. So like that was like when I was a baby. So that tells you how long that this has been going on for me.
Ooh,
And all of
Felicia.
what?
Sorry. I
Go
was going
ahead.
to say, Felicia got a lot done this week. This is, you got 4 skunks, 5 squirrels, 2 hedgehogs, 1 tiny possum, 1 possum snuggler, 4 acorns, 1 possum, and 1 otter done in the last week.
Nice.
Right. Lisa says, go blue and maize. LOL. Alyssa says, I stopped for an ice cream break. Brito says, I sell the most hats during football season, so I like football too. Dawn says, Kat, I wish I had the money to buy some stuff from you. Me too, John, me too. Carla says, Kat, did the boys like the foam guns for Christmas? I miss seeing them on live. Oh, listen, we get to hanging out in the Discord again, and you'll get to see them all the time again. Yes, they did like their Nerf guns. They very much appreciated them, and they don't play with the Nerf guns all the time, but when they do, it's a war. Aaliyah says, and a partridge in a pear tree, right? Lisa says, Michigan Wolverines. That 2005 GSX or whatever, Ford or Chevy. I don't know. I'm a Toyota person. This is all I've gotten done in the last 2 hours. I think Lisa's trying to stir people up.
I guess I would have to be Chevrolet because I have a GMC. But that's just something like, I feel like that's something you're raised with. You know? Like, my dad has always had, like, GMCs, and, like, he only had a Ford because of his work. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my papa had a Dodge. They're great. Trucks is just, it all depends on what you grow up with.
Yeah. I mean, my dad has had a Toyota for as long as I can remember. My mom, I feel like she normally goes for Chevy cars, but realistically, like, I can't remember the last time she went and, like, bought a car at a dealership of choice. She's always getting, like, secondhand cars, stuff like that. So, I don't know if she really has a preference. I like the longevity of a Toyota. My van has seen its day, though, I think. It's in rough shape at this point. But Chris is a huge Ford fan, and I tease him all the time because we all know that Ford stands for Found on Road Dead. So, I mean, and what is it about the Chevys? It's something about you put bow ties on a gift, something like that. But it's more of a joke than anything else. I've honestly seen more issues with Chris's Ford trucks than anything else. He's gone through, I think he's on his third, maybe fourth. But the one doesn't count because somebody hit him and his truck got totaled. But the other times they needed traded in. They were not in great shape. Yay, Alyssa's tornado watch is gone. Alyssa says, everyone I know that has Fords have them in the shops all the time, right? Carlester says, GM makes one of the best trucks. Carla says, my dad was a Chevy man, so we all like Chevys. You're right, Haley. Lisa says, I'll never drive a Honda. I used to make Honda parts. That's scary. Not that you made the Honda parts, but that you made them and won't drive them. Carla says, my sister and nephew are going to the FIFA World Cup in San Francisco. That's cool. Burrito says, Donovan drives a Honda. Ooh, a apparition. Heavies in the Chevys. Hello, welcome in. Lisa says the trannies are bad in some years for F-150s. Right, and so truck issues haven't usually been transmission issues. Like the one that he has now, it's not a transmission issue. It's like something, there's like kind of like a fuse, but not. And the stuff that keeps going through the line, it keeps putting dirt in the fuse and blowing it, so then it messes up his four-wheel drive. and it just bogs it down really bad. And they just basically keep telling him, like, well, it's just this version of truck. Like, you just have to keep replacing that thing. Okay, but why does it keep going bad? Because I'm sure that that thing is in other versions of the truck. And I'm sure that other trucks of the same make and model and year and all that have this too, and not all of them do that. So what is happening with this specific vehicle that is putting this dirt where it doesn't belong and blowing this fuse over and over and over again? So, like, that was the biggest issue. But what was it? I feel like the one before was having some, like, computer issue. I don't even remember the first one. I think the first one was just old. Or, well, not really old, but still. Lisa says just gotta know what to look for. Anyways, the skirt isn't as bad as I thought it would be. That's good. Alyssa says, I bought my truck in 14, put a new motor in it in 17, and she's almost at 340,000 kilometers on it with only 3,000 hours on the motor. I don't go very far with it, and I'm the second owner. That is insane. And that's probably something that's a bit more normalized for you being, like, in the middle of nowhere. I find that, like, here where I live, it's not as common to go out and replace the motor in something. Like, it's cheaper to just go and replace the vehicle than it is to buy a motor and have it put in. Same with, like, the transmission and stuff like that. But I know the van is gonna need some help. Like, it needs some brakes and rotors, maybe a caliper, at least on the back, because it's sticking and grinding again. And I wish they could figure out why this keeps happening, because it's always the same tire. So that's annoying. But the rockers are rusted on both sides now to the point that they have holes in them. And we have state inspections here in Pennsylvania. So if you have holes in the body or, like, holes in the metal that are not supposed to be there, it fails inspection. So any kind of rust that you can poke a hole through.
Yep.
Like, which is stupid because in Ohio, right next door, there is no inspection at all. The joke is with Ohio vehicles is that you can literally Flintstone those bitches because you can ride them till they die. Lisa says, I've blown an engine in my Kia Sorento, got it replaced for free, lifetime warranty. I've never had, like, a new vehicle to be able to get a lifetime warranty. Alyssa says, we have a dealership here, but it's too expensive for new vehicles. That truck cost me 15.7K, and 3 years later, she needs a $10,000 motor. Why is the motor so expensive? Alyssa says, same here, LOL. Lisa says, in the body, that's crazy. Our vehicles don't get inspected. We are ride until they die, too. Right, and I've seen other people say that it's so, like, if you buy a vehicle at transfer, like, it has to be inspected to a certain degree when you transfer the registration and stuff over, but then that's the only time that you have to do it unless you sell the vehicle again. It's like, man, I wish that was the case here. Right, our Lester. Salt eats the car up north, and that's exactly our issue. And the crazy thing, and so Ohio is a lot better at their, like, anti-snow, anti-ice, their plow stuff. because they essentially make a salt brine, like a water brine that they spray on the roads. So you're getting a lot more of that salt content, which is part of the reason why their vehicles are like totally falling apart. PA doesn't do that because of the vehicles. Like they want to try to preserve the vehicles. So what we have this inspection law, and so we have roads that are not totally great with snow and ice because the salt doesn't work all that great. And then we still have to pay to get our vehicles inspected. And even though the salt doesn't work that great, it is still tearing up our vehicles over time. So it's a whole mess. It's a whole mess. Alyssa says, because the mechanic got it from Texas. That's crazy. Crazy. Lisa says the 2015 Kia Sorento. I know. Kia Sorento is notorious for blowing engines, so it has a lifetime warranty on it automatically. That's smart. Hello, Philip. Blessings from Australia. You both look like you're doing cool craft stuff. We are. I have finished 2 ducks. Melissa says, oh yeah, salt and winter will eat them. I have half a fender left on the driver's side, LOL. Burrito says Jersey uses brine too. Lisa, back to work, cat. Lisa's focused for all of us. Hey, Lisa, how many things have you made from your list? Our Lester says they spray something under the car now to keep them from rusting. You can, but you have to go to somebody who can do the underbody spray, and you have to pay a lot for it. So that's great. Melissa says, LOL. I want to get a few more cow heads done, but I am too distracted tonight. Fair. Lisa says, I'm working on the custom skirt. You are. Aaliyah says, Lisa, sure. One ducky per hour is fine, right? No, not. Ooh, Burrito's working on some custom chicken salad. That sounds delicious. If you're watching, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe, please. Me and Haley both.
This is turning out smaller than I expected it to.
What yarn is it?
Premier Basics.
Huh.
I can only do 2 more rounds and then I gotta stop because I'll have to stuff.
Right.
It's okay. Because then after that, it's just 2 more rounds of decrease and then doing the tail, which is 8 rounds of 6. And then you decrease to 4.
Okay.
So, I'm just glad the tail is not 4 rounds because that is hard.
Mm-hmm. I can't make you a scarf for your pinky toe. Just kidding. Hope your night is going well. Thank you. I'm glad you were just kidding. Yeah, it is. It's going well. I'm crocheting rubber ducks. She's making a seahorse. She made a shark. We're trying to get shit done.
Yeah.
Burrito says Basics tie-dye is on sale, guys, if you didn't know. And then Lisa says, Burrito, my money from the festival hasn't hit my account yet. This is exactly why I got a Square debit card. So that way I can use that money immediately from my account if I want to. Bria says, Alyssa, jump over the fence and run to New Jersey. My yarn will keep you safe. Oh, man. Oh, no. Alyssa shared a new screenshot of the weather. The weather coming in now, and the tornado watch is back on again for 2 more hours. Ugh. You can't catch a break. The storm is heading her way. Yeah, I see that now. When you said that, I was kind of like, huh? And yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, this is a pretty easy seahorse pattern, though.
Good deal. I don't think I've ever made a seahorse. It
I
makes so much
don't,
sense.
I don't think I have, but I could be wrong.
Aaliyah says all 180 of the plush items on Lisa's list are haunting her. They're in the corner. Lisa, Lisa, you have to make me. Yeah, it's like 250 now.
We don't talk about hauntings with me. Mm-mm.
Not that kind of haunting.
It's the same thing.
Eh.
You did the weird thing with your voice. Don't do that.
When did
See
this
how funny?
happen? This happened when she made over $1,000 this last weekend at an event. Mandy said, I know how you feel. I have no voice today. I'm burnt as hell, sicker than a dog, and struggling to stay awake long enough to do more than pee and get something to eat and drink. Hope you at least get some rest. Oh, Mandy, you're good. You're good. I want you to feel better. And if you can't hear me, but when she watches the replay, ooh, that's scary. Alyssa shared the screenshot from the storm chasers that she's watching, and there is a like black stealth cloud coming right towards them. Or I guess they're going right towards it. That's sketchy. Burrito says, just now we decided. Melissa says, I see the lightning is white to pink. That is good. If it was green, I would be hiding now. Lisa said, LMAO, I sold 1,200 worth. Aaliyah says, a victim of her own success. Brita says, that's freaking awesome, though. Lisa says, it's a vicious cycle. It really is. Like, you want to make really great sales that weekend, but at the same time, bless you. Bless you. Like, at the same time, you don't want, like, you end up having to remake all that stuff to be ready for the next one. It's such a vicious cycle. And that's right, Brito. That's how we bond. How in the world do I keep doing this to myself?
Thank y'all.
Lisa says it's helping pay my car off, so no complaints, right? I definitely did one too many rows, but I'm not fixing it.
What do I want to make next?
A crab.
No.
A lobster.
I'm not going for it. I don't have to be sea creature.
Those are just what are coming to mind. Lisa says, especially my $150 dragons, right? Yes, they're huge dragons. And they're super detailed. They're Winnies, aren't they, Lisa? Brito says, and also with you. Oh, if I had actually finished reading comments. Carla says, Kat, when do you guys do these lives? We go live every Sunday and Wednesday, right around 8 p.m. Eastern time.
As long as she's not late.
They sit around, you know. It could be a little before, it could be a little after. Never know. Yeah. Carla, do you see the notification bell? I imagine you're probably watching on your phone. Leah says, ooh, I think I can recognize an image in my head of it. Yes, they're super cool. Aaliyah, she does so many different kinds of them. Like sometimes they're strawberries, sometimes they're sunflowers. Like there's so many different ones. Lisa says, oh, I just remembered about the challenge. Crap. I don't know where it would be. Does anybody else see where the notification bell is? Like, is it on the live screen on your phone? Our Lester says storm chasing. I would love to try it one time. I don't want to do that. The movie Twister, like, my parents did not let me watch that as young as I was. Now I have irrational fears about being, like, in storms. I do not like the sound of wind chimes in the wind. That's not right. I did something big wrong here. Lisa says my current one is an orange blossom. That sounds so nice. Lisa says click on the username, go to channel, and click the bell. Okay. Aaliyah says it's not on. What?
Go ahead.
Aaliyah said it's not on the screen on your phone, but if you click on your @ twice, it's right next to the subscribe button. Okay.
Yeah, see, the biggest thing is I'm out of polyfill because it's not getting delivered until tomorrow. So, like, I'm limited on what I can do because I don't want to just start a whole bunch of things because I'll just end up frogging it.
Could you do like just turtle shells? I mean, you have a lot of turtles, but maybe some bigger ones.
I don't want to make turtles. Like, I really don't want to make chickens. I don't want to make spiders. I don't want to make snakes because I've made all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So now it's just trying to find something.
All right, guys, throw some suggestions in the chat. Things that are not the everyday things. Lisa says horse, maybe? Rito says lion.
I'm not ignoring, I'm looking through my patterns.
Yeah. One thing to keep in mind, guys, is she does not have any stuffing until tomorrow. So she can't stuff anything until then. We're seeing zebra, monkey, Pokemon stuff, Jigglypuff. I know. It autocorrected blah ha 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 to wow. Ooh, Lisa says soot sprites. Mm-hmm. Frito says poo. You could make happy poops. Lisa says Luna the star from Mario.
Yeah, but
Why?
most of that stuff I need stuffing for. Because, like I said, I don't want to start something and get halfway and then can't stuff anymore, guys.
Yeah,
Because I can't stuff through the little holes anymore. Like, once the hole gets smaller than 8, it's hard for me to stuff all the way to.
that is a scary looking sky there, girly.
Yeah.
I can understand your anxiety. Try to keep in mind that clearly the sun is setting, which is going to make it look a lot worse. Right? Stealth clouds are scary looking, but they're not inherently dangerous. No more than like normal clouds.
Yeah. I mean, I could do poo, but I already have a vintage poo that I did send.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I don't know if I really need another one. Y'all are throwing out great ideas. Don't get me
Yeah,
wrong. I'm just. Realistically, it's like. I know what I need to make, and I can't make it because I don't have polyfill.
yeah.
So, my night of crochet may be over with for now.
Rita says, hunker down, Alyssa. Alyssa said we had 5 tornadoes in 2017 in the same night. Sketchy. Lisa said, Minnie or Mickey snugglers. I'm thinking snugglers would be the best bet without polyfill.
Yeah.
She does. I have a ton of snugglers from her. Not that she couldn't make more, but I don't know what that song sounds like, Aaliyah, but I don't think I want to look it up.
Nope.
I love making snugglers. Let's see, I have the spreadsheet open here. How many
I'm
snugglers?
making snugglers as well.
Yes, she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, at least 26. Yes, a lot of baby Dellas. Mm-hmm.
Y'all, when I don't know what else to make, I will go make a snuggler. And, like, there's not an animal that I just haven't made either.
26 snugglers, Frito.
I hate making penguins. There's a reason why I don't make penguins.
You
uh,
make more of those little white chickens. You just don't want to.
no. Like I said, I'm at this point now where I've made everything, and so now the things that I want to make can't do anything with because I ran out of polyfill. But
Frito says Eye of the Tiger is in my head. Lisa says they're so cute and cuddly. Aaliyah says that's a motivational song. I know, holy cow, right? Frito says I need lots of help. Lisa says lots of color changing on something so little. Lisa says, sorry, Brito, we aren't therapists. Frito says alligator. And then I'm a licensed therapist. I can believe that.
well, I think this is where I'm going to leave you because you're probably going to stay on here probably another 30 minutes. And I think I'm just going to go read a book or something.
Okay.
On my
Are you going to go to bed?
Huh?
Are you going to go to bed?
Well, I mean, if you're going to stay on here, then yeah. I'm not feeling alive anymore.
There.
Anyways, if I'm going to be on my phone, because I'm probably not going to crochet, it's just best if I go lay down.
That's fair.
Because otherwise, y'all are going to be like, she's so absorbed in her phone right now. And it's like, yeah, I'm winding down.
Yeah.
But and he's also gotten steel, so this is a good time to go jump in bed before he starts moving again.
Yes. Run for sleep.
Good night, Lisa. Good night, everybody. I will chat with y'all sometime tomorrow. Kat, be expecting a phone call from me tomorrow afternoon because we need to go over and make our checklist for what we need to talk about for tomorrow's meeting.
Yes.
And sticking to it so we can keep between that hour to hour and a half and not going overboard. So
Okay.
nobody's going through inventory tomorrow. Nobody.
Yes. Do inventory before the meeting. If you have questions about how much should I price this thing, find a ruler or a tape measure and follow the guidelines of $10 for every 3 inches in length or height, whatever the longest point is. And then we'll go from there. That gets you a good starting point. So, good night, Haley.
Good night. And that's Kat's job to put it in the Ohio chat. She's going to do that right now.
Which part? What am I putting in there?
That we are not going over inventory. So don't ask me how much should I charge for this.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And
The
also
whole
do
thing.
the
Thanks,
rubber.
Lisa.
Yes. But anyways, bye guys.
Before tomorrow's meeting, we will not be going over the 1.5 hour mark. We can't be going through and pricing a bunch of things this time. Okay. Do, 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 do. If you are not in the Ohio Fair group, don't even worry about it. We were chatting a bunch. Help keep me on track because we know me. I think we'll be better this time. Kate says literally a fly buzzing around my room. It's fly season. But your pricing guide too. Thank you. $10 for every 3 inches in length. And the longest point. And I can adjust from there. Grab a tape measure. I definitely spelled that wrong, but okay. Good night, Carla. Yes, we're going to discuss inventory because it is an inventory check meeting, but we're not. The last couple times, like we'll go person by person and like, okay, this is what I have. This is how big it is. How much do you think I can? How much do you think I should price it at? And we'll do that for a whole bunch of individual things, and it just eats up a lot of time. That's all. That's all. Those are some cool looking clouds, Alyssa. I know it's scary, but they look cool from this point of view. Burrito says, "What time is the meeting?" I'm pretty sure it's at 7 o'clock. Let me double check. Yes, 7 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow. Yes, 6 p.m. Central time. All right. I'm glad you'll be there, Burrito. Alyssa says, I'm up for another 2 hours. Got to crochet to reduce the anxiety. Fair, fair. Yes, I know that you are Eastern time, but if anybody is rewatching the live tomorrow and happens to be in a different time zone, it will be helpful. Lisa says 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Mountain, and 4 p.m. Pacific. I feel like all of us are either Central or Eastern. Yeah, because Ruby and Maria are both in the same state. Me and Kathy are in the same state. Burrito is on my time zone. And so is Ruby and Maria. Haley is in Central. Mandy might be in Central, but Mandy might also be in the other one before that. Thank you, Lisa. Alyssa says 90% of the group is, I think, right? Burrito says, damn, Lisa, holding everyone accountable for the meeting. That's right. Thank you, Lisa. Lisa says, I used to live in Colorado, which is mountain, and everyone forgets about it. Yep. Mandy and Alyssa are in the same time zone. Okay, I guess that makes sense, doesn't it? So then Mandy and Haley are in the same time zone. Mm. My brain, my brain, my brain. I still need to make this note in here. Um, 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 Spring folding Shelves for inventory overflow storage behind booth. That way that is in there somewhere. Okay, okay, okay. We got it. We got it. Alyssa says yes, Mandy, me, and Haley are. Yum. My cat is being so weird, guys. All right, so the goal here is to finish my rubber duck. Okay. Because if I finish this rubber duck, then it will definitely be one duck per hour. Do I really need more rubber ducks? Probably not. I'm going to say no, but I really like making them. I don't know where she's at. Bonnie, you're a good kitty. You make me nervous. What do you need more? 35 other things. If I'm being honest. Oh, yep. Make a list and go down it. Oh, I have my list. It's in my market prep wheel. I just updated it last night, actually, to include the things that I'm now sold out of again. So, procrafted ducking. Yeah, that's basically what's happening. I'll just make a million rubber ducks and then I don't have to return to the list, right? Yeah. So on my inventory list here, things that I'm sold out of: tiny capybaras, snakes, possums, mini ghosts, mini penguins, mini pigs, frog hat chicks, tiny dogs, seals, otters, sloths, skunks. I am not going to make more of those. That could go away. That is a letter, not a number. Um, Bats, bigger capybaras, tiny kitties, tiny axolotls, hermit crabs, yellow squish chicks, mini dogs, mini blueies, tiny elephants, baby foxes. And that's just the things that are under $20. And that doesn't count the things that I am low on inventory with, which I consider low inventory under 5. Because I try to have 10 of something, but like I need to make more tiny turtles and tiny pigs and mini whales, leggy frogs, mallard ducks, Martha chickens, T Rexes. I'm not making more of the tiny otters because I'm going to make the bigger ones because they sell better. Swinging ghosts, crabs, mini hammerhead sharks, and pocket pups. Yeah. Yep. It's a good time. Great time. Anyways, do you think you can make all that before the event? No, not at all. But we're going to work on what I can. Lisa says, I'm finally done with my first round. Ugh, that took forever. Burrito says, I'm either out of stuff or have 50 of something. There's very little in between. Right. And that's kind of where I am too. Like, granted, I'm not making 50 of something. No. Lisa said that took forever, but now it will be a lot faster, not going into the chain. Yes, yes. Hello, hello, guys. Welcome in. We are crocheting rubber duckies. Don't forget to like the live and subscribe. You want a little crafty community, maybe think about joining us on Patreon, hang out with us in Discord. Good time. But that being said, I now have 2,712 subscribers, guys. Woo. Look at that. Oh, Aaliyah, that's not even nice. Our Lester, you have a lot of time on your hands. I really don't. My house is just neglected, and my kids, thankfully, are kind of self-sufficient. I just gotta make sure they don't kill each other or burn the house down, and we'll be all right. But this is my full-time job now, aside from being a parent. To I need the time. That was a very tough row. That that took a long time. Yeah, we're not allowed to make ramen in the microwave. Although, what is it? The other night, Rowan made a breakfast sandwich in the microwave and never said a word about it. I just go downstairs and he's eating a breakfast sandwich. I'm like, dude, you have to cook that first because he has. Thank you for the flow state, Whitby. Um, and I love how it's doing this on the screen now. That's new. You don't know how to be a good cop. But it's not beyond Rowan. Rowan has definitely eaten a frozen breakfast sandwich before. So I thought that he just didn't cook it. No, he cooked it in the microwave all by himself for a minute and a half, which is the right time. But it's like, dude, you're 5. No way. No. I think Lisa likes a man in uniform or a person in uniform. Yeah. Whitney, I'm so glad you're finally in a room. Or Lester, how many hours a day do you spend crocheting? Um, well, realistically, I've only been crocheting today since like on the live. So only 3 hours. And it's been a not super productive 3 hours. LMAO, not really so much anymore. Ah, that's fair. That's fair. Aaliyah says, I don't know. I've been watching people teach their toddlers how to bake and cook with them with those little step stools with the handles, which I get, but like, parent supervision type of thing, like you need to ask about it. You need to like not you can't be doing that without telling somebody. Like Archer tried to make ramen noodles in the microwave and he forgot to put water in it and he caught it was a styrofoam cup kind of ramen noodles too. And he caught the styrofoam on fire in the microwave. Lisa said Hazel's dad kind of ruined that. Yeah, that's fair. Mhm. Whitney says they ask about my pain. I'm like a 5 as long as I don't move or no one's touching it, which is terrible because like a baseline pain of 5 without any like manipulation is not great. Aaliyah says, yeah, that's fair. Communication is needed. Yeah. Come on. Okay. This rubber ducky is a little bit bigger than the other ones because, well, I accidentally added an extra row here and then I accidentally added an extra row here. So here we are, but that's okay. We now have 3 rubber ducks. Let's see. How fast can I make a 4th one and at least get it like it's not 1 duck an hour, it's 1 and something an hour. Frida says communication is on the same wavelength as common sense sometimes. I agree, but I'm like that's funny to me because well, they're 5 and 8. Yeah, I have 2 little boys, Aaliyah. One is 8 and he's like super super smart. He's almost 9. And then the other one is 5 and he is definitely the baby. Lisa says no one will notice. I don't know, it's a pretty big difference honestly. I'll probably price it differently. Hi bunny, what's up? That tough row should be a breeze now, right? It is honestly good. That's always the worst is like working into a super long like foundation chain. And then after that it's a breeze. It's like wow. Would be much faster with a proper hook. That's true. See, I have to use like clover hooks when I'm making wearables. But I like the inlines for plushies. Aaliyah says, "What hook are you using now?" Burrito says her hook is fabulous. Lisa says, "A loops and threads, 3.5 millimeter. I don't like tapered at all." Bleh. Alyssa says, "The storm chaser said the one heading more my way is just heavy rain and winds now, but no formation for tornadoes. So that's good, but I'm still going to be up for another hour and a half." Ooh. Well, I'm gonna try to make this rubber ducky like super, super fast. And then I probably will head off for the night. Try to go spend some time with Christopher. They're going to give me a name and number to they're going to give me a name and number to call a surgeon, an antibiotic, and something for pain. Well, I'm glad that they're giving you some pain meds. Um, are they like trying to have a surgeon remove the cyst or what? Lisa says coffee. Does it say coffee? No, cafe. I mean, depending on what Chris wants to do, like if he wants to keep watching or playing video games, what?
No, he's not. He
He's just sitting there watching his phone. Oh, so yeah, he's waiting on me. Yeah. He's at, you have to get the medicine and then I can. The medicine is downstairs on the counter now. Really? Yep. Ooh. What? Food. Your medicine. We need a refill. Oh. Yeah, turn my light back off and then go. How I turned it on? Touch it. Whoa, that's cool. Yeah, it's a touch lamp. You have to touch the metal. Is it different? Oh, the brightness? Yeah, it's 3. Whoa. Damn, LOL. I might put some Dukes of Hazzards on up half the time. Fair, I need to catch up on videos, right? Yeah. Or Lester, we don't have storm chasers in Georgia. Rito says crackhead hours are tough. Listen, I'm awake for crackhead hours, but Chris is home. And he probably wants to watch a show. Like, if he decides to go to bed, then I'm wide open. Huh? What? Why is this fan attached? It's plugged in. How is that fan plugged in? The fan is not charging that. The fan is plugged into the lamp, and the lamp is plugged into the wall. Yeah, it's kind of cool. I know, right? All right, put my fan down, go downstairs, get your medicine. There's one left in the bottle on the counter. Put the fan down. Whoa. Come on. Okay. Down. Thank you. Go. Get. Where is my medicine? On the counter where it normally is. Bye. I know, right? Cheating on us with her own husband. Lisa. She made the right choice. I feel like a third wheel. I'm sorry. Guys, I am so bad at counting right now. What the heck? You better be grateful, right? Right? Six. How many are there supposed to be? I don't know. Crocheters definitely can't count when they're also talking to people. It was my visitation time, LOL JK. Oh man. Well, what do we have going on? Like, I mean, I know tomorrow we're doing the meeting. We definitely plan on hanging out in the cafe after the meeting. That's one of the reasons why we want it to be like only an hour and a half. Probably why I have stitch markers everywhere. See, I have all the stitch markers, but I don't ever use them unless I'm making a wearable. I had FOMO last meeting. I'm sorry. Realistically, I don't care if other people hang out in the meeting while we're in there. It's just needing to like keep your mics off so that way we can try to stay focused. But we're trying to keep it short this time so that way we can actually hang out after. You can still join us, Lisa. Same here. Yeah. Like, come and hang out. Just keep your mics off so that way we can stay focused. Hell, Lisa, you might even be able to help. Like, I am easily distracted, so you can be like, focus, cat, focus. and then we'll have to see if, like, everybody's there. The last one, everybody was there the whole time, so I don't think that I actually had to record the sound. Um, I'm hoping that everyone will be able to be there tomorrow. I know that some are having some issues with certain things, so if not, then I'll record the sound and I'll post, like, an unedited, uh, video here with a link for the Discord. That way we can you can hear. Something that I should do, because the last couple ones I've just put in, like, a photo of last year's booth that I did use AI generation to make it, like, cartoonized as the background while you listen to the video. But maybe I just need to, like, record myself crocheting for that duration of time, so that way there's at least something to while listening. I don't know if that sounds nice or not. Yeah, guys, hang out with us. Hang out with us tomorrow. Keep me on track, especially. I'm pretty sure I've somehow made this one even bigger. How do I keep doing this? Do a time lapse, right? Like, maybe I mean, does the rain sound nice, though? I have to laugh at myself because 'cause I've been finding, like, I keep looking at myself in the camera, and I can see myself basically doing this, and then my mouth looks itty bitty teeny tiny, and it's just amusing to me. Because we know me, I do not have a small mouth. The skirt is hard on my wrist, holy cow. Okay, so then put it down for a little bit and work on something else. Like, knock off one of your small things and then do a row or 2 of the skirt, and then back and forth. I want to get at least the 3rd row done. That's fair. So I realized when I was counting that I went from my initial row of 6 or no, 8, and then on my next row, I did 10 increases. Yeah, I came a long way on this duck. Yeah, and it's even bigger. It's even bigger than the last duck. Mm-mm-mm. Just decrease. It's too late for that. It'll just be a bigger duck. Oh, good night, Burrito. But we will see you tomorrow. We will hang out then. We will have a great time. I'm just finishing this duck's head, and then I will be hopping off as well. Head downstairs, and I will take my bag of ducks that need sewn shut with me, and then I'll start crocheting on their beak. Burrito says, "Have a good night, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow." Everyone say good night, Burrito. I was so excited earlier. I really love watching the paranormal YouTube channels, and Kelsey Davies um, and Sam and Colby both posted new videos. I was so excited. So excited. I thought there was a third person too, but I don't think that there was. I have a hair tickling me. Okay, I got it. Did you see that Amy Bruni and Adam Perry are coming back? I saw hints of it. I don't know where they're coming back. I feel like it's on some I know who you're talking about. Um, I feel like it's on some streaming service that I've never heard of before, but I don't remember what it's called. But I'm excited for that. I really liked the how their episodes were. Just they go about it in such a unique way. You're not ready for tomorrow. What's tomorrow, Whitney? I don't think so, Lisa. Alyssa says, major lightning and rain now. Weather isn't dropping fast in temps, so that is good. I might be able to go to sleep before midnight. Maybe. Woo! I hope so. Whitney says, I have to call and see when I can get into the surgery. They want you to go tomorrow to get it done. Crazy. Okay, that's what I was thinking, Lisa. Like, I think that it's gonna be on that for a while, and then it's moving to something else, but and I there's somebody else who's going to Beacon as well, but I can't remember who it was. I've never heard of it, but I guess I'm getting another streaming service, right? When he says I'm most likely going to have to go to work after because I'm on overnights. If you have to have surgery, ma'am, you will not be going to work that night. We just need Grant and Jason to come back. I mean, Lisa, they have YouTube channel. They've been going to town on that. And I don't think Grant is still with them, but Jason's been going ham on his YouTube. Yay, I finished my duck. Yeah, we tried to watch it. The format is weird. I agree. I don't watch the history video or like the walkthrough video, but I'll watch the haunting. Am I lost? Maybe. Aaliyah, we're talking about paranormal uh investigators. There's my duck. And there's the other duck that I made. So it's a bit longer. And then this is what the duck is supposed to be. Is it called the haunting? Uh Probably. Yeah, one of them is like the history of the location, and the next one is like the walk through like the daytime stuff, and then the third part is the actual investigation. And I used a skein, guys. I'll have to look into it and try again because it's weird. Yeah, I don't watch the other two. It bothers me. All right. I like that. Good deal, good deal. That being said, guys, we have done 4 rubber ducks. I could probably make 1 squish chick out of that tiny little ball. Yay! Look at how much bigger they are. This is what happens when I'm paying attention and then I stop paying attention. 4 rubber duckies. Yay. Okay. But I will see you guys tomorrow. The fair meeting starts at 7. If you're not in the fair group, you are allowed to be present. Just please turn your mics off. I will remind people of that. Um, and then once the meeting is over, then we will just hang out like normal people. So if anybody's watching this and they want to hang out and crochet and craft and do fun things, maybe check out the Patreon, maybe hang out in the Discord. We hang out in the cafe, which is like the video channel. So it's like FaceTime with a group of people, like a Zoom meeting, kind of cool. Um, but it's through Patreon, so you got to look that up. And that's right, Aaliyah. They're big boned. But good night, everybody. Yes, come join us. Come join us. We're so much fun. And if you're watching the replay, put a duck in the comments. And tell me what your most memorable sale was if you sell your items, because I'm interested to know. But I will catch you guys next time. Bye.